Look how God done bless you. Come on. Wonder why I'm feeling extra. Say what it do, what the business is. Folk running over what the devil sin. Shoes, pants, chest, shoulders. Get up, off me, don't get closer. It ain't over, tell it's over. Game breaker, big joker. It's a whole lot of flexing going on. Feel like I could walk on water, lemon pepper stepper zone. We was really down bad, told my mama not for long. Held and thought they got another one, we know they got it wrong. And another thing, hold up now we don't wrestle with flesh and blood. I was out here wildin', ain't the same way that I was. Tapping when I pray, I'm tapping like I know the blood. Back up with the hate, respectfully, it's all in love. Hairline check, fade check. The only chains ain't broken is the ones that's on my neck. The coldest with some boldness got me flowing with the vets. It's all there, ain't no need to second guess. Yes, no pressure. Look how God done bless you. Wonder why I'm feeling extra. Say what it do, what the business is. Folk running over what the devil sin. Shoes, pants, chest, shoulders. Get up, off me, don't get closer. It ain't over, tell it's over. Game breaker, big joker. Jesus like don't trip, finna make the boat tip. Set the tone with that ice cold, but I won't slip. In my bag like road trip. Switch stands, do my dance, dog, he really don't miss. I don't need a crystal less it's hot sauce, brother. And I ain't gotta sell my soul just to pop off, brother. Ain't no demon time when you anointed. I keep it regal like movies and hop out like I'm getting dropped off, brother. All smelling brand new. And we don't rock with the flakes, call me shampoo. We just tryna spread that light, bring them lamps through. It's got me thinking that it's nothing that I can't do. Feeling like the champ too. We just out here praising God, looking fly, you know, regular day. No pressure, look how God done bless you. Wonder why I'm feeling extra. Say what it do, what the business is. Folk running over what the devil sin. Shoes, pants, chest, shoulders. Get up, off me, don't get closer. It ain't over, tell it's over. Game breaker, big joker.
Dog, I just hear all these giggles, guys.
What's up, family and friends? Welcome back to another edition of the Wrap Up Podcast, where we dive into the latest news, sports, and culture. I am your host, Lenny B, and I appreciate each and every one of you for tapping in with me. Big shout out to those that's hitting the like button, sharing the vibes, subscribing. Remember to put God first. Let's get to the wrap-up session. What's going on, my people? How y'all feeling out there? It's definitely been one of those days today, Thursday. I'm kind of feeling it a little bit, but we gonna rock. We gonna rock. How y'all feeling out there? Y'all good? Well, we definitely got a good show for y'all today. We're going to be kind of bouncing over a little bit. We're going to be talking a little Wendy's price surges that they got going on. Going to talk a little bit of the minimum wage in Cali that they're trying to do. A little bit of AI, Joe Biden, the Airman, San Diego migrants, a little bit of Fani, Willis, Mayor Tiff. So yeah, we got a whole show for y'all today. And then we'll end it with a little culture talk, a little bit of no coffee date, low effort type of vibe conversation. Yeah, so what's up, Teriyaki? How you feeling, my brother? Yes, sir. Get that homework done, man. I feel you. That's exactly what I'm about to do right after this, too, man. I feel you. I definitely got to get mine's done. So yeah, like always, anytime you guys want to chime in, I put the link in the chat right now. Feel free to join in the conversation at any point. I can have you just audio or video in audio. So if you got stuff going on, I could take the video portion of it off, and you can just put your 2 cents in there. But first, we're gonna rock with the minimum wage. Let me pull up FSU Rob real quick. Sign up to. What's happening, baby?
What's up, big dog? What's happening with
Hey,
you?
man, I'm chilling, dog. I'm chilling, man. How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling great, man.
I
Said you
hear
had a
you.
long day today, huh?
Yeah, man. Today was definitely one of them long ones. Started out. We did some early PT. Know how that go. And then
Do indeed.
yeah, just we had some stuff to do at work, but it was all good. We about to rock with it though. Yeah. So first video I wanted to show was what's going on in Cali. Let me know what you think about what Cali got going on. I can actually pull you here too on this side. Let me go here. Cool.
Of California is calling for a $50 per hour minimum wage. Kevin O'Leary was with me earlier this morning and he weighed in on it. Roll tape.
Why not discuss better management of the resources versus just continuing to pay for inefficiency and lack of executional skills? That place is a loser state, the #1 loser state.
Celebrity chef Andrew Gruel joins me now. Andrew, thanks for coming on the show. My question is, what would a $50 per hour minimum wage do to your business?
Yeah, hands down, this would completely decimate every single business in the state of California, albeit maybe there'll be 1% of, high-end retail businesses that still remain open. But number two, what I want to throw out here is that there's thousands of state jobs in California. Why don't they just step forward and start paying people $50 an hour today? Well, because they can't.
Yeah, so, Cali over there talking about $50 an hour minimum wage. That would be insane. I mean, just think about they're already talking about Big Macs over there cost $18. What do you think 50, a minimum $50, wage would do?
So, my issue is that I think they're so out of touch with the blue collar regular Joe. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
$18 for a Big Mac, bro.
Right.
When we were in school, not to date ourselves, but when we were in school, that was $5.25, bro.
Exactly.
Like for a large, like we eating good, baby.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Like
getting the
so,
large.
yeah. So now obviously that was some years ago, more than a few years ago,
Right.
and prices increased. But a 20 spot on a Big Mac meal, bro.
Yeah.
Now, what is the incentive to eating that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we shouldn't be eating it anyway. The
Correct.
only reason you stop to get McDonald's is out of two reasons: convenience and price point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you're taking the price point and the convenience out of it, and you know as far as $50 an hour, that sounds, bro. I want everyone that's working to get and be able to have a living wage. But where's that money going to come from? Are we going to pull it from the defense budget? Are we going to put, like, where are we going to,
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we all talk about inflation and things like that, but listen, if a restaurant owner has to pay their employees, each one of these employees, $50 an hour, where do you think that cost is coming from? It has to come to the consumers.
it's going to be right there on the menu.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's just one of them things where, you saw it. Okay, we was at, $5 at one point. Then, $7 came. And then, everybody was screaming for $10 an hour. And then, out here in Hawaii, we're looking at, 15, kids are getting, $15, $17 an hour working at Wendy's. And,
Right.
that sounds good. You want people to be able to afford a good life. But at the right. end of the day, a Wendy's job, a McDonald's fast food type of job, that's not your end goal. That's where we start. That's where you start. You learn how to work, you learn how to get up, get on time to work and things like that, understand how to take orders, even getting like a little shift leader position, shout out to the shift leader.
Shift leader don't play. Yeah, shift leader don't play.
Right.
Well, you sound like you speaking from experience about working at Wendy's.
Hey,
You got some experience?
I got a little experience on the Wendy's, man.
Got you. I might have some too. I don't know, man. I had to check my resume, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so Teriyaki say that doesn't apply to all businesses out here, which is good, because I think that realistically, if you are worth $50 an hour, that means you most likely have some type of higher education. You went to trade school. You did something to warrant you getting a $50 an hour type of wage. That's not for our fast food workers. I'm sorry. That back in the day when you used to hear people say like, yeah, my mom had to have 2 jobs.
Right.
That's why, because of you don't have skills yet. So of course you should have to, work 2-3 jobs in order to make ends meet.
Yeah, and I also think that if we're gonna dare pay the $50, right, then it becomes like, why am I taking this crap from my boss at my job?
Right.
Because I'm not making $50 an hour, and my 17-year-old child is making $50 an hour. Are they hiring? You know what I mean? Like, that's minimum wage. You know what I mean? And you equate your salary. You know what I mean? And you're like,
Right.
dang, I'm only making $30 an hour off my salary, and I got skills. You know what I mean? So it creates a dissension in that part. You know what I mean? And then it's just like you said, it's not that's a summer job, man. That's a summer. And shout out to fast food workers, man. Shout out to them. So what I'm going to say is just what I'm going to say, man. But McDonald's workers, Popeyes workers, man, Burger King workers, for the most part, they are so angry, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's a level of anger in their tone. And it's because they're not getting what they're worth. You know what I mean? And it's like, get your skills up so you can market yourself better. You're supposed to use this as a stepping stone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this shouldn't be the career.
It shouldn't be the career, because if it's the career, then you're going to be upset when I tell you that I asked for no ketchup, no mustard, and you're like, yo, what's up, bougie dude? Like, I'm like, dang, I just asked for no ketchup, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know?
Right.
And, you know, it's, but it's markedly, you can see the difference between McDonald's and Chick-fil-A. That's
Correct.
night and day.
So
You know what I mean? They're paying them well, and every time you go into Chick-fil-A, it's 50 of them, bro. You know what I mean?
So-
There's 50 workers.
correct. So, you know, you brought up the first. I want to touch in what you said. You know, far as they're not getting paid what they're worth. I might have to give you a little pushback on that, because I mean, what is a person that's flipping burgers worth? Like, my thing is this: if I'm a grown man
Mhm.
and I'm working at one of these fast food spots, flipping burgers, you know, should I be able to take care of my family with that type of job?
No. So what I mean, kind of like what I meant by that is they're not getting what their worth is if I'm being technical and truly honest,
Yeah.
none of us are getting what we're worth, right?
Mhm.
So when you go to, you know, Northrop Grumman and you negotiate your contract, you know, that's why it's a negotiation, because they know exactly what you're worth.
Right.
And they also have that number, the highest number that you're going to get.
Right.
And those two numbers aren't the same.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking at all your qualifications, you're like, man, shit, I'm at least about worth, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And so you're never, and you know me, I'm a sports guy. I'm always going to go back to sports.
Mhm.
You are never going to get what you're worth on the high end or the low end. Like, and this guy ain't worth that. Well,
Right.
he's not, but he negotiated that. Oh man, this guy, he didn't get what he was supposed to get. Well, he negotiated that. Deshaun Watson is not worth $260 million guaranteed,
That's
but
a
he
good point.
negotiated that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
going back to the burger guy, I feel like, bro, when we used to do that when we was youngsters, that's a day. You know what I mean? Flipping burgers, that heat hitting you, they're worth a little bit more than what they're getting, but $50 is absolutely absurd. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah. I think you're right. 50 is definitely absurd. But do you think, like, far as, so when we talk about McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, the difference of quality when you walk in, from the greetings to, you know, everyone feels like dang, they actually here for me.
Right.
What do you think? And then when you look at McDonald's, okay, yeah, it's the ongoing joke of the ice cream machine never works, and why would you ask for no onions? Well,
Right.
maybe because I'm allergic to onions, you know. But it's always an issue. So what do you think? What do you think it is? Because it's not just money. Are we talking about just culture? What do you think the difference is?
McDonald's, because you're gonna, bro, the difference is that you're gonna eat McDonald's regardless. And if I know you could shop at Target Monday through Wednesday. You are eventually gonna have to go to Walmart and get something.
Right.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what they're falling back on. You go to Chick-fil-A, and like we just said, there's 50 employees in there on any given shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to McDonald's, and there's 3
Right.
running the whole thing from front to back. There's 3 people in there.
Right.
So McDonald's is overworked, underpaid. I can see why you're mad. You know what I mean? This drive-through line is in the street, in the main street, and I'm in the drive-through line asking for no onions. I can understand why you're mad. You know what I mean?
Right.
You go to Chick-fil-A, man, they got walkie-talkies. It's an investment thing. They know they can give their all because they got Sunday off. You know what I mean? Like it's an investment thing. That business model has to be studied, bro. You know what I mean? They send them to school before they let them hit the streets. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to be talking to customers crazy. This is what keeps us alive. This is our lifeblood. Whereas McDonald's, you're skipping school to get to your little McDonald's money. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to grow up too fast. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's cultural. You know what I mean? Because, you know, in Atlanta where it started, I'm pretty sure you can go into a Chick-fil-A and that thing is, you know, blacker than me. You know what I mean? From front to back. So I just think it's when you are secure and you know you're not going to have to go in here and work harder than the next man, right? And you know everyone's going to pull their weight, you can go in and be like, yo, that's my pleasure. What'd you say? You said no onions? I got you, sir. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the barbecue sauce. And run it. Man, a lady did a hurdle to get out to me. You know what I'm saying? One time she missed my barbecue sauce. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. So let's stay in Cali and let's look at this right here.
Well, the robots have arrived, at least in Pasadena, California. That's where the world's first ever fully autonomous AI-powered restaurant has opened, complete with burger flipping bots. We sent CBS's Joy Benedict on a taste test.
Flippy the chef makes Spud spectacular. This automated grill gives the meat its sizzle as this restaurant goes robotic.
For this burger, it would take about 120 seconds.
Cali Express by Flippy is the world's first AI-powered eatery. There's new technology outside the kitchen, too.
A cheeseburger.
Order kiosks use facial recognition to remember you, your favorite food, and how you like to pay. Then watch the robots work. No humans required.
We can't get enough people to come out to work on fryers and grills, and they're dangerous jobs. And this automation helps solve a lot of those issues.
Hello, may I have someone?
62% of restaurants report being understaffed. Industry experts say most of those unfilled jobs could be done by robots.
Yeah, so I just say, you know, when you look at that, I wonder. I understand, you know, far as the AI goes and the robots and things like that. And obviously we know if we go to a automated, you know, AI restaurant, we know we don't have to deal with rude cashiers. You know, we don't have to deal with the McDonald's type of standards. Do you think that this is a good model? Is this something that could last?
It's not about, you know, this is what they're going to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
That you're talking about an employee. You're talking about a robot that can't get hurt, right? You're talking about a robot that's not going to call out.
So
right?
No workers' comp, no call out, correct?
No workers' comp, no wage, right? I bet they're going to start mass producing them, right? And then just get other robots to come through and fix them. You know what I mean? You know, because they'll have a technician starting off, and then in 10 years after that, they'll phase that technician out to fix them. So no 401k you got to pay into. No, you know what I mean? Like no shift differential because it can work all shift. You know what I mean? So that's where it's trending. You know what I mean? And this can help one person run a restaurant.
Correct.
You know what I mean? If you got Flippy back there getting Flippy, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's me taking the money, or there's nobody in that store. They said so. Yeah, that's the future. That's the future. It's not about if I approve or if we as humans approve. That's what it's going to be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Especially if you over here talking about you deserve $50 an hour to flip a burger. Right. I go get Flippy. You're right.
Right. We're going to go get Flippy. We're going to go get Bender from Futurama in here and have him flip burger.
Right.
We get Bender in here and start flipping some burgers. Because I got a trick for you. Like, what do you talk 50?
No, you're right.
Yeah, the person who said $50 it's all about taxes though. Yeah, I mean, You can't get death and taxes.
Can't avoid them.
Can't avoid them, man. They're gonna come to get you.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So
Robot restaurants.
a
Wow.
robot restaurant, like, but so when we go out, right? We're looking for
Right.
that human interaction, that waitress, that hey, because if you go to the right restaurant, you're talking to the waiter, waitress. Hey, what's good on the menu?
Right.
Let's
Well, we are. You talking about you talking about us, like us living humans now.
correct. You don't
Bruh,
get that.
in another 50 years, it ain't gonna be us, bro. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
In another 50 years, our children will have had children.
Mhm.
And they're gonna be like, bruh, this all we know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
This
Yeah.
all we know. You gotta think about how the way time changes. Our parents, when they were younger, used to use rotary phones. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's like, wow, how far we've come to where now I'm talking to you on another coast on a phone. So it's just like, pretty soon that's gonna be the norm. So it's gonna be a culture shock for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? To
Right.
where we're like, you know what? There's no point in us going out to Chili's or wherever. Let me just have a barbecue and I'll call over the people that I want to see. You know what I mean?
Right.
But going out for that experience, it'll be a different experience at that point. You know what I mean? Because I
Correct.
know what I'm getting into. Everything's a robot restaurant.
Right. Yep.
Come in and seat yourself, and then you got RoboCop back there cook. It's, it's
Right.
going towards that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, yeah. Like we're seeing already. We already have one restaurant started up, and it's a copycat lead. So eventually,
Right.
that one from Pasadena is gonna move over to Arizona, move over to Nevada and things like that. So, and especially if you get good reviews,
Yeah. Someone is going to end up cussing a robot out. It's inevitable. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be the funniest thing. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be all
Like,
over. It's gonna be all over the TikToks, the YouTubes, Instagrams.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. But yeah, so let me get your thoughts on this right here. So, we already talking about $50 an hour in fast food. We're talking about AI generated restaurants. And now let's talk about dynamic pricing.
Wendy's is experimenting with this test to try to really make more money and lower operating costs. I think it's not going to work. I think it'll be perceived through society as being greedy.
And before you can say, "Where's the beef?" people are asking, "Where's the fairness?"
Yep, so let's go back a little bit.
So just how much are you willing to pay for a Wendy's cheeseburger or the new Baconator? The difference in price may depend on the time of day. Wendy's will test a new marketing strategy next year called dynamic pricing. Like airlines, Uber, and Lyft ride sharing, prices at the burger chain will fluctuate, charging higher prices when demand is high, like lunch and the dinner rush hour, and less when demand is low.
Wendy's is experimenting with this test to
So, do you think that's a good idea? And two, my thing is this. It's like I said, it's a copycat lead. So if Wendy's do it, eventually McDonald's, eventually Burger King. But my thing is, I'm not gonna go during the surge hours.
Right. The only way this works, I'll be for real, because it can work. The only way this works is if Wendy's sees it all the way through.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, they can't half charge it. They got to charge it all the way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because just like Netflix, right? When Netflix said no password sharing,
Mhm.
that shook up the streaming world.
Right.
And they to the point where they were like, yo, we're actually losing. You know what I'm saying? People are saying, the hell with it. We out. Then there was a spike. There was a surge. Netflix is back on top. That was the whole thing. They was just like, we know it's one password per 7 people or something crazy like that.
Right.
And they were like, bro, we can't do this no more. Like, and they had fell off. They took it back, and now they're back on top. And now look, Hulu's about to do the same thing. Max is about to do the same thing. Because they're like, you know what? This is how we reinvigorate our, you know what I'm saying, our earning potential. Wendy's can work, right? If they see it through, because initially it's gonna hurt like a bee, bro. Because imagine me and you working our blue collar job and saying, you know what, we only got a few ducats, man. Let's just hit up Wendy's real quick for lunch. And then we go in there and they try to blast us for $20 for a single.
Right.
I'm gonna be pissed off.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Are you saying to your family, you know what? Let's have a cheap night and let's get you guys the biggie bags, $5 a piece, 4 of us, 4 times 5, 20. Let's you know, all right, I'll be $25 with tax. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Anything under 30 is a win when you're talking about feeding a family, right?
Right.
So then you go there and they're like, it's actually going to be $60 because everyone wants. Bro, what are you talking about? Now I'm out of the car. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right. Yeah. Yeah. And I say, like, think about it. Rush hour. You know, everybody gets that hour lunch break at, you know, noon or whatever that is. If you're in line and the surge starts when you've been 20 minutes in the drive-thru and you got 40 minutes left, guess what? You're either going to say, I'm going to starve the rest of my shift, or I'm going to have to pay this extra $6-7. And most likely, what are you going to do? You're going to pay that $6-7. Right.
And with that $6 or $7, fam, you're not getting the Chick-fil-A experience down the street. You're paying for the same old Wendy's.
Right.
Like, you're not getting. Chick-fil-A's food has increased in price over the past 2 years, from 2021 to 2023. You know what I mean? Their prices have increased, I think, 8-9%. But nobody's. How can I be upset with someone and every time I turn around they telling me it's my pleasure? It's my pleasure. But you're asking me to pay more for the same? Right. You know what I mean? Like when I was at the old complex I had, my rent's going up and I still got a brown refrigerator in that thing. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gonna put a stainless steel in here or what?
Come on, guys. Like, you know, I'm about to get lead poisoning in here. You know?
Right.
So it's like that part is what's gonna make a lot of people mad. But I guarantee you, it's like Walmart. It's like these big chains, bro. When you get paid, you are going to go shop at Target, right?
Right.
When you start getting down to the end of the month, you're gonna. Walmart's like, we've been here, baby. What's happening? Our door's always open. You know what I'm saying?
We
as long
knew
as you
you'd
get
be
here
back
before 11 o'clock, right? You'll be back. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. Wendy's, if they just see it through, you know what I mean? If they see it through, and this is all I need, because I don't need to be eating fast food and stuff like that. I just, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not paying more for the same.
Exactly. Because
paying more for more.
Because think about it. If the surge is up, that means that they're busy, most likely. Right. And that means their care doesn't go up with that surge charge. So, I mean, you know, it's like, why would I ever do that? Hold on, let me pull in teriyaki real quick.
You're getting surge care now. We've activated faster hands in the drive-thru. What?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? And I'm about to spend the rest of my half an hour in this drive-thru because it's surge hours. Oh man, that doesn't sit right with me, bro. Like, that don't sit right with me.
Right.
And that's enough to make me get out of my car. Like, I'm coming in. Nah, you know what? I'll be right inside. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I'll be in.
Yeah. Yo, if someone if you working at Wendy's and someone tell you never mind, I'll be inside, just be like, nah, chill. Whatever you want.
I give you the sweet and sour.
Yeah. Never, whatever you want. Like, shoot.
Cause you know when you look at like Chick-fil-A and stuff like that, they're gonna give you the extra sauce, whatever you need. Hey, I got you. But
they're dumping them in the bag, bro.
Man, for real.
They got a handful and they're dumping them in the bag.
Right. But Mickey D's, they're charging you for it. I can't. Come on now. It's
the only way I could see them charging for it, right? Is if it was coming out of their check, right? Like if I was taking food out of your mouth, right? At you as a McDonald's employee by asking for an additional barbecue sauce with my 10-piece or whatever, if that was going to affect your bottom line this Friday, keep it.
Gotcha.
Because that's my bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yo.
So put it in the back. You know what?
What's up, Teriyaki?
I'm coming inside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, I'm having a serious delay over here, man. What's going on, fellas?
Not much, man. How you feeling, bro?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
That's good.
I just wanted to chime in on y'all topic y'all got going on here.
Yeah. What you think, bro?
I don't know, man. Lately I've been thinking about like little like subtle conspiracy theory type, situations,
Okay.
and I don't know if y'all peeped this, but a lot of these fast food places they have their own apps, and you have to like get the deals in order to like do whatever you get the actual price of the meal, And to me, when I sit here and I think about it, I'm like, okay, this is all just to funnel traffic to their sites and to their apps in order for you to actually get the deal.
Hey, Teriyaki,
And
hold on real quick, Teriyaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to, give a little, roll call for our girl Maria that just came in, So I appreciate Maria, stopping through. Appreciate you for coming through to the show. Hope you enjoy it. Anytime you feel like you want to hop into the convo, no video needed if you don't want to, but you can come in, join the conversation, or just sit back and sip on some tea and enjoy the convo. So I appreciate we appreciate you for stopping through, most definitely. But yeah, go ahead, Teriyaki.
Yeah. Shout out to Maria, by the way. Yeah, man. I think all of this is just to funnel traffic to like the apps and stuff like that, right? But then you got to realize that like even with that, they're still in the red when it comes to actually making a profit. And one thing I found out is that a lot of these apps, a lot of these stores, they sell your information. You know what I'm saying? Every time people go and get those like goofy reward programs and stuff like that, you create a profile and you name, age, sex, and all this other stuff. They take that, package it up, and they sell it to a marketing folks or whatever. So like to me, like I think the next wave of like actually making profit actually lean towards to buying and selling the information. I don't think Wendy's actually care about a burger. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to pull that whole like, what y'all call it? Like I forgot the name of it, but like they giving particular prices based on time or whatever.
Yeah. Dynamic pricing, basically like like your Uber rides, your things like that.
Yeah. I don't think they really care about that, man, because I think they make more money off of just selling your information more than they do off of a burger. So they can afford to quote unquote take that loss of like $20 for a Big Mac if you're McDonald's. You know,
Okay.
because realistically, Big Macs don't cost $20. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know,
Right.
so like,
Just like Jordans
so
don't cost 200.
Yeah. So
exactly, fam.
so let me ask you this. So are you saying are you thinking that, let's say, you know, Lenny B comes in and buys the surcharge? Do you think that, and then you can look at, okay, yeah, FSU Rob Teriyaki gets out of the line. Do you think that when they sell that data, it's showing that I'm willing to pay the surcharge?
Well, I mean, uh, 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 I would say, yeah, if you're willing to pay that price point, then yeah, that's cool. But you know, they're ultimately going off of your information. See, they
Okay.
can make informed decisions based off of your buying habits. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like,
Yeah.
hey, if you willing to spend $20, or hey, you willing to hop on the app and get 50% off and pay $10, like, hey, that's still a win-win for them. You
Mm-hmm.
But
know,
that's what I mean. So it's just
in
like,
my mind.
that's
Yeah.
what I mean. So it's just like, I think what he was trying to say is do they have it marked to where it's just like, this guy's a real gullible sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, go after this guy because this guy has the audacity to pay a surcharge just to get his burger faster. We need to really, hone in on this guy, and we can get him for all we got. Next thing you know, you're getting calls from, all over the place. Grand Rapids, Michigan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and that's
it's
definitely been
just
happening a lot though, far as with the data sharing. And I've never gotten this many scam callers in my
right.
life. Like from
Yeah,
last year to this year, it's been out of control.
Scam likely.
yeah, man.
Bro,
I,
exactly.
I think, yeah, I think the biggest prize is, like the data, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
yo, anytime anybody makes a purchase online, man, they're building a profile on you. They already know, what kind of person that they're targeting. And this is just for me, like doing my own little, quote unquote research to try to start a business.
Right.
They already have profiles on people based on zip codes, dude.
Right.
So,
Right.
like Wendy's wouldn't make a restaurant in a neighborhood if they knew that they couldn't make any money. So
Right.
they kind of have an idea of like who's their target audience. But
Mm-hmm.
then on top of that, like, dude, they know where you stay because, like, you put your address in the app. They know your
Right.
age.
Right.
They know your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, we'll give you a free
Frosty.
frosty on your birthday and yada yada
Right.
yada. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they already know all of these things, so they can anticipate, like your spending habits. So
Yeah.
like,
And
yeah, they already have that profile together, Rob.
right. And the funny
Oh
thing
yeah.
about it is, we over here loving that we getting a free frosty on our birthday, not realizing like, hold on, I ain't never give Wendy my birthday. How the hell she got my birthday? But she got me with the free frosty though.
And now
Yeah,
again,
man.
that's when I'm going inside.
Exactly. Like, hey.
I'm going
Right.
inside. I'm sorry. How y'all know today is my day, yo? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
You got bigger fish to fry if you're eating Wendy's on your birthday.
Right. Right. I was looking at something, and it really had me thinking, far as, especially when election year, so much stuff be going on. It's like, Trump is evil. Obama, Biden is angels. What was it, 2016, when it was Trump versus Clinton, and it was the lesser of two evils. And a lot of times, like, obviously it depends on if you're watching Fox. It depends on if you're watching CNN, you know, red, blue media, Republican, you know, Democrat, all of that good stuff. So I came across something, and they was just killing Joe. And don't get, you know how we feel about Joe here. And I just had to take a step back and just like, whoa, hold on. Let me really find this story out for myself, and that's what we need to do anyway. And that is kind of why, you know, one of the reasons why I wanted to create this podcast, for us to, like, you know, have free thought, you know, get the information, share it with each other, and, you know, critically think. And so, like, finding the real story out is, and I'm gonna show it, is what I want to rap about. And so with this story, you know, the Stephen A, Fox, and everybody was basically killing Joe for bringing a black family fried chicken. And so obviously we know how we feel about the stigma of fried chicken and everything like that. So I was just like, hold on. Ain't no way, you know, old Joe and his team is gonna bring these boys a bucket of fried chicken, watermelon, and some grape juice. I was like, there's no possible way that this is what's going on. So I had to find the story out myself, and, you know, let's watch it, and then we can react after this.
This is a very unique day, a very special day.
We about to eat dinner with Joe Biden. That's fire, like, the president's coming.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Keep the faith.
Couldn't really believe that the president was coming to our house.
Welcome, Rob. We really appreciate you coming to
Come on, man. This is a pain in the neck for you.
This is all great. So what we'd like to do is just come into our space, our living area.
All right.
So right off the bat, I thought about, it's funny that, so they're in North Carolina right now. Out of all the families that's in North Carolina, you mean to tell me you couldn't find one family that had a wife, husband, and kids? You had to go find the single parent household. That was kind of like, okay, what? I see what y'all doing.
Carter, you want to show President Biden one of your pictures up here? You want to go over this side and show President Biden one of your favorite pictures on the wall?
Well, one of my favorites is this one right here. Well, we were in Jamaica.
That's cool. Well, I mean, you got chicken fingers, you got
Hey, chicken.
I went the route of making sure I had a hamburger. So tell me about you guys. What you doing these days?
Why don't you share about your passion of sports?
I'm playing AAU basketball right now.
Are you really? Are you guard?
Yes, sir.
Now, what grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Right now, I'm just doing basketball, playing guard on the JV team for my school.
So, okay, so he obviously, I don't know if y'all saw in the beginning, but he's in North Carolina right now, and he went to Cookout, which is obviously big down there in the Carolina area. If you don't know about their menu, there's no bucket of chicken on the menu. Now, there are chicken tenders, and we can debate if you wanna get an uproar of fried chicken or not, but it's not how the media was portraying Joe, where it's just like, okay, yeah, he's trying to appeal to the black voters. You know, here's a bucket of fried chicken. You know, eat it. You know, so what's your what's your thought? I wanted to say something else at the end, but I was like, let's keep it PG right now. We'll say that for the end of the show.
Two things can be true, bro. He is trying to appeal to the black voters. I mean,
he is.
That's what this is. But it does. I'm not surprised at all I wouldn't have been surprised either way. I'm a very hard guy to surprise. I mean, because it wouldn't have surprised me if he rolled up with a bucket of fried chicken. And it doesn't surprise me that, oh, yeah, they're trying to bait me. Oh, yeah, he didn't show up. He showed up with chicken fingers. He probably went to this, I would hope that he went to this establishment and said, give me one of everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm the president. I know we got, either give us one of everything or we'll have this whole thing shut down. What are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't just go there and be like, let me get the best fried chicken. Like, but it would not have surprised me if he did do that. You know what I mean? So I am totally split on it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a hard guy to bait, man. And it would not, like, again, I reiterate, it would not have surprised me if he did roll up with the bucket of chicken spilling out the top, 8-piece fried chicken, or how he did it where he had a multitude of burgers and probably ribs and chicken. It's South Carolina. What do you want?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Filet mignon. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's North Carolina. Sorry.
Yeah, and I say this too. Like, those kids are middle school, and I think the one was like a freshman. What kid when you go out? What does our daughters, our sons want? Chicken tenders, a burger.
Chicken tenders.
They don't want
both.
They don't want vegetables, steak, mashed potato. Like, yo, give me the chicken tenders.
Right.
So that's why I was just like, you know what? Yeah, we gotta dive in this a little bit. Like, yeah, Joe has his ways and things like that. I would put this on his PR team. I definitely think that they should have thought about, like, hey, let's go to let me ask you this. If this was Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, that wouldn't have been an issue, right?
It's you. I don't think so. What you would think is that the president's coming over and he's bringing dinner. Bring some top shelf, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, bring some top shelf. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
But
mad
what's
at
top
the
shelf,
barbecue. Like, I'm not mad at the barbecue thing that he did. You know what I mean? If he would have brought Chick-fil-A, they would have spun it anyway. He didn't even bring just chicken and they spun it. So he was getting spun no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he would have brought vegan, they would have spun him and been like, yo, look at him, man. He's vegan. He don't even eat meat. Like, why vote for this guy? Like, it wouldn't have mattered what he bought. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What's your thoughts, Teriyaki?
So, man, I don't know if y'all experienced this while y'all were doing y'all thing, but, while I was I've had several, times where, somebody high ranking or somebody that's like important come through. And we got to prep everything and we got to clean everything up, because we don't want to, disrespect them because it's like our workspace is dirty for some reason because we're actually working, right?
Right.
And, in the back of my mind, when I see somebody of his caliber going to a home of anybody, black or white, no matter who, I can't help but think like all of this is like curated, right? Mm-hmm. So, everybody in that shot, I can't even tell you whether or not this is a real family, So like, like I don't even forget the chicken. Like, is this dude actually real? Like, is that actually his kids? So like, that's what I'm thinking in my mind.
That's
a
good point.
Hey, I'm like, all of this is curated to appeal to who, and I'm like, yo. Like for us, like, pieces of chicken don't move us. You got to talk about tangibles. So I'm like, who's the target audience for this, single parent lifestyle that you're trying to, appeal to? You know what I'm saying? Because like that don't move us. We don't want your catfish nuggets. We want tangibles.
Yes. You're right. I honestly, I didn't think about that. I didn't think that, like, hey, who knows if this family is real?
Right. They could be on the set right now.
Yo, because it's easy to put those pictures up on the wall.
Right.
Exactly, man. Those could be from Walmart, man. We don't know.
Right. AI generated.
Yo, I didn't think about that. I did not think about that part.
Neither did I, bro. Neither did I. Good point, Teriyaki.
Yeah, that's. I would like to think. I mean, but hey, this is America. This is 2024. I would like to think, like, damn, you can at least find a family in NC to do this with. But you're right.
But then on the other hand, you got to say this is America and this is 2024.
Yeah, correct.
But see, that's the problem, though. People are predictable. Yeah, I mean, they're unpredictable.
Right.
So like, you don't want them to slip up and ask them like, hey, what do you plan on doing for black people? Like, let's not dare ask the president that.
Right.
The Secret Service would have been in that house so fast.
Yeah, they would have had him in a figure 4, man.
This is over. This whole thing is over. We try to be nice, and you guys want to ask us what our foreign policy is. What?
Yeah.
Cut.
We tried to feed you niggas for dinner. And
I gave you chicken tenders.
Yeah, I gave you chicken tenders.
Come on, man. They're going to get the Secret Service come out the air vents. This is over.
But I would have known that he would have been for real if they were like Publix chicken tenders. Like I would have been like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
He might be serious.
Yeah, give me a pub sub or something, man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so let's move to this right here.
As more Americans work from home, they are changing the way they live, seeking more social, walkable communities. But are they willing to give up their cars entirely? One real estate developer is making a bet that in Tempe, Arizona, they will. That's where we find CNBC's senior real estate correspondent, Diana Olick. Hi, Diana.
Hey, Contessa. Yeah, this new $170 million rental community has all the amenities, the fitness center, the dog park, the outdoor kitchens. Well, what it does not have is cars. Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson said it's what Americans want.
In the U.S., we've been building the wrong kind of housing for 100 years. We've built sprawl, and it's created car dependency, and it's made us lonelier, less healthy, and less happy. And what people want is to live in walkable neighborhoods.
Now,
So, I mean, I like the idea, one. To be honest with you, I hate driving. Like,
me too.
Yeah, if you can give me a spot where hold on, man, listen to...
Yeah, that's how you can alleviate all that. I'm cooking.
Hey, I tell you what, if Maria cooking, hey, Sleepy Joe definitely gonna need the couch, cause that joker, man, we gotta take a little pit break real quick. Yeah, I be seeing her plates, her and her husband, what they be doing. I be like, boy, I need to. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm trying to move up to Chicago or Dalton, cause Dalton got that city girl mayor up there. Yeah, we gonna get the old Tiff in a minute. But you definitely right on that, Maria. Sleepy Joe, you would have to put out the blow up bed for him. He gonna have the itis for real. But
that's crazy.
I would say, so the only thing I would think about is, they are talking about Arizona. Arizona in the summertime, I don't want no parts of having to walk anywhere, with 100-degree weather. So I can see how it works, and I can also see how it's a no-go for me. You know.
So walking in that, what you said, that 100-degree heat on a grocery day, that's a death march, bro.
Right.
Like, you can't get more than a few things at a time unless I can take my buggy home. Now, if I can take my buggy home, all right, cool.
Right.
We roll it right into the crib. You know what I mean? But I'm okay with it because I'm like you, bro. I don't drive, man. I don't like driving. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, a walkable neighborhood is perfect. But you know, Tempe gets hot, man. It's hotter than bad breath in Arizona, bro. Like, it's hot, man.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, Teriyaki?
I don't know, man. I like the idea, but to me, I already know it sounds expensive. So, you know, I had a convo with you a while back when I saw you. We were talking about like homes or whatever, right?
Right.
And you know, location is everything, man, because it's close to your job or grocery store or school. The price is gonna go up. So I'm like, who is this for? Yeah,
Right.
I can walk out of my house and I can walk down the street to 7-Eleven, but I'm like, am I gonna pay $800,000 to live here?
Right.
So I'm like, well, who is this for, man? Because I don't see working. Hell, I don't see millennials like getting into that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that's in the back of my mind. I've been on this house hunt for like 2-3 years right now, and it's crazy, man. So I know that like this idea is gonna get swallowed up really fast.
Right.
Right.
It's most definitely gonna get expensive, because
yeah, man.
So what would be the expense that would make it more though? Is it just the convenience?
Right. Yeah, I was just about to say that, bro.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking,
primarily,
like, you think that we're gonna let you live here, right? And it be less than living. Everyone will do it. All I got to do is give up my car.
Right.
I call Uber. Like, everyone would do it. So yeah, you're good. There is gonna be a trade-off. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So my thing is this though, in a car-free place like that, are we talking about car-free completely? Now, because if we're talking about car-free completely and no ride share, I don't know about that.
Imagine having to walk to the gate of your community to get an Uber out to the airport or something.
Man,
that's crazy.
That sounds like an airport hotel, man. That don't sound like an actual community,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's
well, their carjacking rate is 0.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's where they need to put all them Chicago residents.
For real.
They probably lose their mind. Like, yo, where the cars?
Ain't no cars to jack. Come on, man. We got to do 700 this week.
Yo, they looking for all the gas. They looking for all the gas.
Man, they're just gonna be stealing bikes instead. That's all.
For real.
Yeah.
That is true. I forgot about bikes. Yeah, bikes for sure.
Breaking into houses now.
Yeah, right.
But another thing too is like, didn't they try to do this in Florida? Like, ain't the villages based off of this concept?
I'm not aware of that.
Me neither.
Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about?
Though.
That retirement community. It's north of Orlando. Like they ride around in like go-karts and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I have heard that. Yeah, golf carts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Golf carts. Bad.
Yeah, because I have once I saw that story, I was like, man, like, is there any other spots? And I have seen some spots in Europe that's already car free towns and stuff like that. So I mean, it's doable. I don't know how much.
Like it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get out and go walk, man.
Right. Yeah. And that.
Yeah, I like it.
You don't.
They just got to pair it with like some sort of alternate transportation, man. Like
Yeah.
public transportation or ride sharing, like you said, because like
Right.
otherwise it's just gonna be kind of stagnant, and people just gonna revert back to using the cars, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about your child asking you to use the car on Friday night. What car are you talking about? I ain't got no car.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's true. I definitely like it. Especially at the older you get, the more you're like, yo, I'm not trying to drive to, go out and party or just even sit in traffic, after work. Like, no, who
And
wants
the
to do
older you
that?
get, the more you probably need to walk. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. Yeah, that's true.
I like it.
Yes. Yeah, so I've I've become very one of those parents that I am very, cautious of. I'm already in a way kind of a private person, as y'all know. But it like over the past couple years, I've definitely watched what I put on social medias and things like that when it comes to pictures, your family and things like that. And I make sure that, my wife and, the kids know, like, hey, be careful what you're putting on, social media and things like that, because that lives forever. Even if you delete it, we all know that we've either got caught up or, somebody or even us have screenshotted something. It may not be a profile picture or anything like that, but we've definitely, everybody that has a phone know how to screenshot. And I am very careful on, making sure like, hey, I'm not trying to put nothing out that somebody could screenshot. And, just trying to make sure that your family knows that. And when I saw this story, I was just like, see, this is exactly why you have to be careful on, what you put out there.
District has a disturbing warning for parents. They say there are AI-generated nude photos circulating that may depict middle school students. The district emailed parents last week about the incident at Beverly Vista Middle School. Says students reported seeing kids' faces superimposed on nude bodies and images created and shared by other students. The district says it is working with the Beverly Hills Police Department to determine if any criminal offenses were committed. And in a statement, the district also saying, quote, any student found to be creating, disseminating, or in possession of AI-generated images of this nature will face disciplinary actions, including but not limited to a recommendation for expulsion. Yeah,
so I mean, that's a whole nother different type of, cyberbullying, it's wild, because we just had the Taylor Swift, everybody going crazy over that, and seeing that we're talking about middle school generating, nude photos.
Bro, I can't imagine us around the lunch table, right, in middle school, snapping on each other, right, cracking on each other, right, getting some good quality jokes in, and then some kind of way the next day my face is superimposed on a butt naked, bro. See, this is how like mass shootings happen,
right?
Because the level of embarrassment, bro. What? Like, we have to move. Like, we gotta move. Your parents gonna look at you right here. Cool. Well, I'm gonna shoot the roof out then because they got me naked out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't send that to nobody. That's a fake picture.
Right.
That's to me crazy. Kids are wild, bro.
Right.
They're wild.
Yeah, but
Middle school with this is crazy.
Yeah, but we've seen that, like, it's not just kids, it's adults, it's and I mean,
Right.
you can easily, okay, be careful on what type of photos you put on social media and things like that, making sure people can't really get a still photo of you. But I mean, we still have yearbooks. People can still take a yearbook photo and, hey man, I want to see goddamn such and such, insert that name with some, double D's and a fat booty.
You know what, bro? This is so mind blowing to me, because if something like this hits a group chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just with just the pre-eyes, and they're like, yo, FSU Rob, this you?
Right.
What? Like, dog, I don't know what I would do, man.
Right.
Like, kids have it really tough back in these days, man. Like,
yeah. Because back when we was going to school, it was a, don't get me wrong, like if you gave someone, a nude shot and they displaced your trust and sent it out to, their girls or, their boys or whatever. Okay, yeah, that was on you and the person that you sent it to. I get it, because one, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. Even though,
right.
We slip up or whatever the case may be, especially when we're that young. But now it's to the point where you don't even have to make the slip up, the bad call. You could just, you just have a photo of yourself in the yearbook, and before you know it, you're in somebody's group chat with some double D and a big booty. So, yeah, it's wild, man. What's your thoughts, Teriyaki? You there? I think
he said he had a lag on his end.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, man. Well, I think overall, bro, that's wild to think that that's where we're at right now, where we're talking about middle school being able to generate, have the know-how to get on and,
right.
do their thing. Yeah, right. I mean, middle school is what? Yeah.
So a girl you ask a girl, because I was about to put a whole scenario together based off of what used to happen to us. Like, you send the girl a note saying yes or no, circle yes or no, and she circled no, and now you generate a nude photo of her. That don't even go down like that no more. So you texting a girl, and you ask her to prom or whatever, and she's like, nah, like, you a munch or whatever they say now.
Right.
And then next thing you know, you got her generated, you know what I'm saying? You generate her nude and try to, shame her or whatever, or vice versa. A girl talking to a dude be like, nah, I'm cool, you know what I mean? Like, and she ends up generating a nude photo and shaming this dude out. Like,
right.
It's crazy, man. Like,
because I mean, it's endless. Like, it's one, you can put any type of body part on that male. I mean, shoot, you can put a goddamn, 2 lips down there,
This is crazy.
And be like, yeah, Johnny don't even have a dick.
Yo, see, and now
that's crazy. Like, you can literally have a story on this now. Now you can say, like, hey man, Lenny don't even have a dick, right? Like, and then show the picture, and then, like, yeah, he's been hiding it. So a whole story is out.
And then me, I'm your man, right? I'm like, yo, bro, I'm your man, 50 grand, but I gotta ask you
I gotta
about this. And then I show you the phone, and you like, bro, come on, man.
You show a phone with me busting it wide open with some lips down there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then
that level of disrespect would make me go crazy.
And then, like, even on the stance of like what I always think about, like, yeah, you have to deal with their classmates and things like that, but even just the randos where it's just like, hey, you got your kids on your profile, they can take those photos and generate those photos any type of way they want to. And we already know we got a lot of wild people in this world where they're going to chop up, your son's photo, your daughter's photo, and have their way with those photos.
This is dangerous, man.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous, bro.
And that's why I say, man, I'm so, man, I don't, like, if it's not like on a video boomerang type of, that photos, anything like that is going strictly to, family, close friends, type of vibe. Like, I'm not just putting any type of picture up to make sure that, anybody could grab those pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day is excessive.
Right.
Every day is excessive. You're gonna teach them. You're gonna teach them to cover their tracks. You got to let it build up.
Right, and it's just like, obviously, this school is in where it said Beverly Hills, so they families probably got a little bit of money. Most likely, who knows if the parents are really involved in the students' lives to where, man, students probably got their whole goddamn yearbook of nothing but news ready to shoot them out. And you're right, you should be checking, you should be checking that phone, making sure. Because you never know what, man, you never know what your kids are really, really up to. Like, hey, it's a level of freedom that we're gonna, that you should be able to have.
What you said, they had a portfolio, bro.
Had a portfolio. And think about it. We're not just speaking on it from a student level. I got my I got my principal in there. I got Miss Parker.
Hey, I got a question for you though.
Yep.
I got a question for you. I haven't really been following this story though. So the kids that created this photo, are they going to be charged with like, CP?
They said that so all they said was this right here.
They're not black, Terry, so no.
Right.
Student found to be creating, disseminating, or in possession of AI-generated images of this nature will face disciplinary actions, including but not limited to a recommendation for expulsion.
Yeah, so basically just getting kicked out of school, but yeah, no CP or anything like that. Which
it would be hard to pin a CP on a child.
Yeah, it may be an age thing.
It would just be P at that point. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm 12 too.
What'd you say, Rob?
Because I'm 12. I'm 12. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna hit me with a CP, a
Right.
frico, as they say? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 12. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's wild. It's wild to think that. I mean, even now, like, you have to be careful, like, even for adults, because who's to say, hey, I'm scrolling. Oh, I've always wondered what such and such looked like. Boom. Screenshot that. Generate it. Now I got such and such on my wall. Bro, it's and if you think about it, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. That's dangerous.
Especially celebs.
Yeah. But think, like, even on like the celeb tip, I don't even think like, yeah, it's going on, but I think it's going on from like the everyday type of people that way. It's just like, dang, man, like I know I don't have no chance with such and such, or even if like, hey, I want to know what this look like. It used to be 10 years ago, you got to use your imagination. Now, I can just go on Instagram, screenshot, go to the AI department, and boom, now I got my news. Now they're on the wall.
10 years ago was
Yeah,
2013. 10 years ago was 2014. So probably 20 years ago, you had to use your imagination, because in 2014, boy, they was lighting them up. They was in the air too. You know what I'm saying? Instagram was around then too, but not to the point where you're saying like AI generated. You know what I mean?
Right. And at the end of the day, you would have to know that person on an intimate level for you to even receive those photos. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. No, you're completely right. I misunderstood you, because now you can just get busy with whoever.
Right. That's what I'm saying, bro.
All I need is the image.
Exactly. You can go to your timeline right now, and the everyday person that you know, hey, I want these.
Copy and paste. Like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
It's some real sickingtons out here, man.
Yep. So let's man, we got a lot of Cali stuff going on. Let's start getting into the thick of things. See what we got.
See, man, this is why I stay inside, man. And I ain't got time for all of that.
Bro, you gotta stay you gotta stay inside. Yeah, Teriyaki.
Get rid of your car and just stay inside, bro.
Yep.
Bro, I saw something crazy today, like y'all wouldn't even believe, man.
What's that?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Man,
we can hit. Okay, yeah. So this San Diego right here.
Tensions are rising along the southern border as cash-strapped and overwhelmed San Diego County is forced to shut down a temporary migrant center. We've really put a spotlight on this story because that move is now sending thousands of these migrants into the community, with major concerns now mounting over how they're vetted. What does that process look like? The $6 million in county funding used to operate the shelter was supposed to last another month, but now local board members are scrambling over next steps to take. Jorge Ventura is live for us in San Diego this morning. Jorge, you have a lot of nervous people living in that area. What are officials hoping for?
Yeah, that's right, Mark. I'm actually at one of the transit centers where later today more migrants will be street released. And as of right now, county officials are debating on whether to ask President Biden to shut down the border here in San Diego in order just to prevent any of these more migrant street releases. And leaders here are feeling the pressure once their local migrant center has forced to close its doors when the county ran out of funds. Now, local supervisor Jim Desmond telling News Nation that since Friday, over 2,000 migrants have been street released into the community.
More than 2,000. Just, hey, get out on the streets. So let me ask you this. If you just kick me out on the streets, what do you think I'm going to do?
Survive.
I'm going to survive. And San Diego, bro, San Diego already has a homeless issue. You can, you know, Terry, I don't know if you spend any time in like Point Loma area and things like that, but going up Point Loma, there's literally like areas where you could just see like your yep, go ahead.
Bro, I know, man. Hey, over there by the Midway,
right,
down in National City or Chula Vista, man, it's heavy. It's heavy, dog, and it's only getting worse.
That's Lemoore. And it's a bunch of homeless sailors out there.
Right.
Nah, I'm playing.
Yeah.
No, but Lemoore do have them though. That's the crazy thing about it. Lemoore do have them.
Dang.
And it's only going to get worse, like you said. I mean, if they're going to...
If they're adding 2,000 a week...
Right.
Bro, what is going on? Is this just a free-for-all, fam? Like,
where was the plan, though? Why is it all reactive? Like, that's like me right now having $1,000 in my account, right? And I take on both of you guys. Hey, you know what, man? I I got an extra bedroom for both of y'all. Y'all ain't got no money or nothing like that. Come on in. And then at my last $5, I say, hey, y'all gotta go. Like I should have thought that this $1,000 ain't gonna last forever.
Right. Plus, I'm not leaving just like that. Like
Exactly, and that's exactly what's happening in different places where it's just like, what you mean I gotta go? Nah.
Get me out of here then.
Exactly. You said that this is a sanctuary city.
Yeah. Now let me be sanctified.
Man,
Then
sanctuary
get me
my
out of here.
ass, man. These people only. There's a certain type of person that they care about here.
Mm-hmm.
Certain type of person, you know.
Right. Yeah. I just, man, like when you look at Chicago, when you look at New York, when you look at Denver even, and now San Diego with what's going on, it just makes you think like, what was the plan in the beginning? One, and what does this look like 3, 4, 5 months from now? When
there was no plan to begin with.
Right, when the money is out and the shelters are full, which they already are. And the crazy thing about it is they're still letting people over here.
Bro, we are not the country to be doing this, bro. We got so much going on with our own Americans, bro. To be taking on other foreigners is just, and like I said, bro, if there was a plan,
mm-hmm.
if there was a way to actually redirect and redistribute these people, or incorporate them into our society and make use of them, get them educated and stuff, I'm all for that. But there is no plan, and we are coming apart at the seams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
This isn't. You can't do that, man. You got to clean your own house before you go talking about trying to clean somebody else's house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and yeah,
I don't know, man.
And looking at your own house, like, I mean, look at the Airman, over this week in DC, like at the Israeli embassy.
Oh yeah.
President Biden saying late today that there is now hope for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas within days, by next Monday. It comes amid a horrific scene outside the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., a U.S. airman setting himself on fire. Here's Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, in a rare and horrifying act of protest, reminiscent of the days of the Vietnam War, an active duty U.S. airman setting himself on fire over the growing death toll in Gaza.
This call, we just got a man on fire.
That man, identified as 25-year-old Aaron Bushnell from San Antonio, live streaming himself Sunday outside of the gates of the Israeli embassy in Washington. Because of its explicit nature, ABC News is not showing the actual video. In it, Bushnell says, quote, "I will no longer be complicit in genocide. I'm about to engage in an extreme act of protest." Moments later, Bushnell puts his phone down, pours a liquid over his head, and lights himself afire. Screaming, "Free Palestine!" he falls to the ground, engulfed in flames. First responders using fire extinguishers to douse the flames, but it was too late. Bushnell later died.
I mean, just to think about that, like, I watched it. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I watched the video of his a little bit of his live stream, and he even said it, like, I mean, this is a act of protest or whatever, but to take it to that level, and I mean that's some courageous type of stuff, man. Like, it's wild, it's courageous to think that Okay, yeah. He said that he was talking to his friend or whatever. He said they was on FaceTime or whatever, and they was kind of talking about it, but not to this type of level. But just to have that thought, and then to actually go through with it. That takes a whole nother type of level, man.
I don't. RIP to the homie, man.
Yeah.
Airman Bushnell, man. Uh, yeah. First and foremost, prayers are all involved, man. I can't see myself lighting up like that over anything. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I don't think it could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I would feel like if this is my issue that I'm fighting for, I can make more of a statement alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And help because now Airman Bushel has passed, and now next week it's going to be the next news cycle is he's going to be forgotten.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
And that's just how fast the news cycle moves. Every 3 days, you know what I mean? It's something else, and it sucks, man, that he gave his life for such a just cause. In his opinion, this was a just cause,
Right.
and he wasn't able to see it through. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, it's just, I mean, from the war itself. I mean, if you ever just have some time, just look at some of the videos of the war that's going on over there, and we over here, and it don't seem like it's going on, but like when you look at some of those videos, that's real war.
Guerrilla warfare type of stuff.
Real talk. You got anything on that, Teriyaki?
I don't know. I saw the video. I saw the uncut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just there's a lot to kind of like unload with it because I also still know a lot of active duty folks and they're trying to like you know how they go. They're kind of making. I guess they desensitized to all these things,
Right.
but it's like it happens to your own folks, then it kind of changes things. So
Right.
I'm still trying to think about like what was his justification for that? Because like you were saying, Rob, I wouldn't necessarily do that. I mean, there's a lot of other things he could have done to
Better
demonstrate
avenues for
his.
sure.
Yeah. But I mean, who am I? Because for some people they feel like that's the only way, to
Right.
cancel themselves out, and
Right. Now it's different.
I
It'd be
don't
different
know.
if he was. Oh, my bad.
No, you go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I'm saying it'd be different if he was fighting for this cause and they killed him. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah.
That's
Right.
different. Like he's a martyr, bro.
Yeah.
But he bowed out. The dude did that back in the day in China. I think it was the 70s or something like that. Set himself on fire. It was a monk or something like that that did it. It was something. But I just would, if I feel like giving my life for this cause, I'm not going to. I'm going to see it through to the death. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and that's just really unfortunate that he felt that hard pressed to say, you know what? Because, and let's be real, he had accelerant on him. He had accelerant like packed with him. But I don't know if he just knew that he was gonna do that. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he might have been like, man, I might do it, I might not. Like, and for him to just get so fed up and just say, man, it's over. I'm going up in flames right now.
Right.
It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah. And another thing too is that, I guess to me, you think about like the things that happen beyond that event. If he was he was at an embassy, right?
Yeah. Right outside the
So
Israeli embassy.
I'm like, just imagine all the service members now. They have to deal with the ramifications of this event And, somebody like, if one person does this, everybody's paranoid that the next person is going to do it. Or, there's just like hammer, on everybody's neck about, this event. And now they assume everybody is like suicidal, So, I feel bad for you know, the guys that are over there as well. They have to deal with, this event
Yeah.
in that way.
Yeah. No,
Right.
you're 100% because I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't happened at my unit, but we're very we got yeah. No, we haven't really talked about it at my unit, but I'm pretty sure that it's definitely happening, especially in the DC area. Pentagon, White House, and Andrews and places like that, bowling. That I'm pretty sure they had to have had a conversation with the troops out there for sure.
Yeah, man, they're gonna take doors off of the barracks, and all that kind of crazy stuff. You got curfews now because they scared somebody's gonna say something, and now you gotta suspend your social media. Oh man, I tell you, I've experienced that countless times, dude. Countless times.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, just RIP to him, and especially to his family. That's the one that's the people that you really gotta take look out for and things like that. Because they didn't. Who knows? That one of your family members is gonna be suicidal or things like that. So, just shout out, prayers and blessings to, his family, just making sure that they can, get through this time because I'm pretty sure it's a tough one for sure. But yeah,
I'm
let's
doing some research on it, bro. It's
go ahead.
crazy, man. I was just doing some research on it, man. It's crazy, bro. Man.
Yeah.
Prayers out to the family, man. Prayers to everyone involved, man.
Yeah,
Jeez.
for sure. I mean, prayers to the ones that had to extinguish him, like get the flames out. Even though I mean, I understand that the policeman that arrived to the scene first had his gun drawn out because I mean, you get into a scene with somebody on fire, you don't know what's going on. It's right outside the embassy too, so. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because think about it. If you go to that scene first, if you're the first responder, that's gonna stick up there for a while. You're gonna think about that for a while, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's move over to our girl.
Yeah, give me something to laugh at, man. That was a sombering.
Yeah, city.
Topic, man.
Our city girl mayor, Miss Tiff. Let's see what she got going on. My girl Tiff. Let's see what she got going on.
So I heard you guys was looking for me. If you looking for Tiffany Henry, press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. So, what you want me to talk about? This or that? This and that? Or me?
So, old Tiff is making a podcast, bro.
People are gonna watch.
1,000%. 1,000%.
That's the car crash you can't keep your eyes off of.
Yeah. Just think, bro, to like even with Fani Willis, man, to be that arrogant, bro.
That arrogant and that wrong.
That wrong. Like we know you're wrong. There's like it may not be all the way up here wrong. You may have done some things right, and you may have put funds where they were supposed to go and things like that. Come on, baby girl. You know you was fondling.
Right.
But
I say that she is playing she's playing that game, bruh, that OJ was playing after he beat after he was acquitted.
Right.
I ain't gonna say beat anything. He was acquitted. After he was acquitted, he was just like, yo, what's up with y'all?
Right.
Yeah, I'm back out here on the street. Like what? Like I didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and she playing like that right in people's face, and it's like, man, OJ, you know we got evidence that say otherwise. He's like, well, look, they just acquitted me, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Like,
until you can show me that I really actually did it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what she's doing. Like, she can only run this play for so long, I feel like, because when they come with that evidence and actually like pin her ass to the wall, it's over for her. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's over for her. So she has to ball right now. It's like the drug dealer situation we were talking about. She got to ball right now because she got to do everything right now. She gonna get this, and I hope she's saving that money she's funneling, bro. Because when them accounts is frozen,
yeah, right. And she was just on so she was just on the Roland Martin show, and I was watching it, and you know I was watching it with old Boog. He was out here, and he was just like, man, see, I don't know, Tiff might be telling the truth, and it made me step back like, oh, you know what? Maybe we do have something wrong. And then I was just like, nah, it ain't no way everybody wrong. And it's no way that everybody's just not getting FBI investigated. Like,
so explain Boog's angle.
So I think what happened was, when you listen to, you know, it's two sides to the story, and
right.
Then you have the truth. We was only hearing it from one side of the story, and and you know, everybody was getting her. So he heard her side, and he was just like, man, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm actually starting to, you know, I kind of believe her. And, you know, because you're hearing her side, and she's obviously polished. You know, she's sounding good. Yeah. You know, this, that, and the third. It sounds good. So
politician, she's sounding good and looking even better. Yeah,
exactly. So she was on Roland Martin's show, and Roland Martin was asking her a whole bunch of questions and things like that. So he was even like, damn, man, like, okay. So Tiff left the next day, and then this is Roland Martin the next day kind of fact checking what she was talking about.
Oh my God.
Soliciting donations because it had not registered with the state as required by law. And you said it's not your charity.
Correct.
Okay. So were you ever, so show the video here, 'cause I'm trying to understand this here. So this is a video of you marching with the charity. So what is this?
So what they not telling you is we literally walked to Springfield to create a bill to help anybody that suffered from cancer, whether it's the village of Dalton, Thornton Township, and then I increased it to the state of Illinois. And that bill will help people by giving them $10,000. And that's a bill that we actually are initiating, and we're still working on it. When I went through the Republican states, the Republican areas, we didn't have any issue. Everybody was on board because everybody is suffering from cancer or knows someone that passed or is actually going through it. So that was the whole purpose of the walk, to basically bring awareness and bring people together. That's what the whole purpose of it is.
But if you had, so there were folks with signs saying Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. Who was that?
What do you mean? It's everybody. Everybody was there.
No. What I'm saying is, What is the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation? You said it's not affiliated with you at all.
Correct.
Well, what is it?
So someone made up a foundation. They named it after me, and they like my work that I do in the community, and it's called Tiffany Henyard Cares. So we all went.
So obviously, you know, he asked her, like, hey, like, what's up with this Tiffany Cares? She say, hey, I don't have anything to do with it. You know, this is somebody that created this out of my, you know, image and likeness. And so when you hear that, it's just like, damn. Okay, this is not your charity. Somebody just, you know, took your name and, you know, and raising money, and you feel like, okay, yeah, I want to help this this charity out. But let me ask you this. If someone had a charity in your name, fundraising, doing all of these types of things, you mean to tell me you're not going to investigate? You don't know who the board members are. You're not going to make sure that they don't smear your name?
I need to know who's doing this, because they could be peddling anything. You know what I'm saying? They could be raising funds for anything. You know what I mean? Like, they could be raising funds to, like, invade Russia or something like that. Right. And I'm saying and I'm sitting back like, yo, and I don't know who using FSU Rob name. No, you need to know that. That's your name. That's all you got at the end of the day is your name. You know what I mean? And your word, which we've already seen that it's pretty flimsy. You know what I mean? So
Right. And so remember, she said that she is not her. It's not her foundation. She doesn't know who foundation it is. She don't have any parts of it on his show. But let's go to you know, her town meeting that she had previous months ago.
To my heart is I'm real big on a cancer foundation. I have created Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, and what that entails is helping everybody within the 17 municipalities with services such as well services and resources, such as if you need help paying for chemo, radiation, your medicine, your wigs, your prosthetic, your breast.
So,
bro, you coming with the receipts.
So
you lied to me.
Like, you literally lied to me. You said
and
you
it's
did.
Documented.
Big on that's dear to my heart is I'm real big on a cancer foundation. I have created Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, and what that entails is helping everybody within the 17 municipalities with services such as well services and resources, such as if you need help paying for chemo, radiation, your medicine, your wigs, your prosthetic, your.
Come on, bro. You said you don't know who created the fundraiser. That came out of your mouth.
Why?
Bro, pack her ass up, dude. Pack her up.
Yeah, get her out, man, because you like to lie.
Get her out of there.
You freaking liar.
You can't be a good liar either. Like, that's bad, man. Like, $250,000 a year, I expect you to give me a good lie, you know?
I wonder.
One that we can't fact check so easily. You were being interviewed.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if they realize that they're on camera.
They should have police outside to arrest her, like on How to Catch a Predator. Like, yo, we don't need to continue to build the case, right? Like, soon as she walks out, it's like, hey, you had a right to remain silent. Like, bro, you're a.
Yeah.
You in Vegas on the strip on the people dime, bro. Like.
First class.
First class. Come on, man. Like.
So, yeah. So, yep, go ahead, Teriyaki.
I hate to say this, man, but like the only reason in my mind she ain't locked up yet is because like she ripping off black folks, you know, for the most part, you know.
Yo.
And I ain't I ain't trying to take it there, but I'm like, imagine
Oh,
if she was in Beverly Hills doing this.
Yo.
I'm
oh,
telling
bro.
you,
How can we
I'm
not
telling
see
you,
what's
man.
right in our face?
Yo, I
You
never
right,
thought about
bro.
that.
If she was
I
playing
mean,
with them
come on,
white
man.
dollars, she would be under the prison right now, fam. Nah.
Under. She will be the foundation, bro. She would be
Yeah.
the
They told
foundation.
Brett Favre stole 3.2 million. They told her to try and give some of it back, man. Just try and give some of it.
Yo, that's so
Yeah,
true.
man.
They,
Oh my
yeah.
God, bro.
Yeah,
That's why I like
let's
having teriyaki, because you got a different angle, man.
yeah, I never thought about that. Cuz
Yeah,
Like
man.
I'm like, yo, peep this. All the people that's complaining about this is like,
yeah,
boomers, but like these are working class black folks.
right.
Man, you take that.
Right.
If she was in like SoCal, she was in Orange County, she was in, you know,
Mhm.
La Jolla or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, they would have her ass in a fucking, excuse me, FedEx box. All right.
Yo, they would make an example
Yes.
out of her.
Yeah, they would
Yo,
make an example
I'm
out of.
like, yeah, I'm like, she's sitting here playing, she's out here tap dancing in our faces, man. Like, come on, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
they would make an
Come on.
example out of her.
Yeah.
We would
So
set an
Come
example.
on. They will
yeah,
make up something
yeah,
to
so
put her
Yeah.
in jail.
yeah, so check this out.
Okay, someone. Here's the problem. The registered agent of the foundation is a Keith Freeman. Keith Freeman works for the city of Dalton. If you look at the boards of the directors, there are 5 people. Kamal Woods, Pamela Earhart, Carmen Carlisle, William Moore, Cheryl Schranz.
So look at that. She said she doesn't know it was somebody. She didn't know anybody on the board of this Tiffany Cares. It's all her people, bro.
Right. Now I don't know them. You just stuck with them
That's
clowns now.
she
Oh
is
my
wild,
God,
dog.
man.
You come up with them clowns, huh? You stuck with them clowns,
You
huh?
stuck with them. That's what that's what they're thinking right now. Like, yo, Tiff, you gave us the blueprint. Now we finna go down with your dumb ass.
Man, they're probably on those trips to Vegas with her, all on Southwest and shit.
Oh,
You know?
100%.
Now
100%.
you got it. Now you got us all jammed because, bro, here's the thing. Ain't no one checking for 4 or 5, however many people you check, coach tickets.
Yeah,
But
But you do 5 first class? Wait a minute now.
right.
That's almost
yeah,
$10,000, bro. You know what I'm saying?
she
Right.
she probably would have got away with it if she just would have kept her mouth closed. But you don't know how to play the background.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what
She's
happens.
moving, like I said again, she's moving like a white male, bro. Like,
Yes.
she can't do this type of stuff.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Bro, did y'all see the skit that she did with the whole New Jack City
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
man.
She was Nino.
Yeah, and she
She was
tried
Nino.
to make it seem like it was something else, but you can't trust anything that come out of her mouth.
She was Nino Brown in the skit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was just
Yeah, yeah.
like where the money at, basically. Like somebody know where the money at. Somebody know where the votes was at. That's basically what she was saying.
Jesus, man.
Oh my God.
She's a wild girl, man. Let's
You know what? If they gave me $50,000, I'd ruin this lady's life, man. Like, I would take her out and just ruin her life. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Rob, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
It would be like the most toxic thing ever, bro. I would just dog her out.
It'd be like one of them deliverers from Eva. What was it? What was the
Bingo.
movie? LL Cool J.
Deliverance from Eva.
Yeah,
Gabrielle
Eva.
Union was Eva.
Yeah.
Played your stupid ass. Now look at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
50K, I would ruin this lady's life.
You probably be on that Southwest flight too, man. You probably be on that Southwest flight.
Yeah.
Oh, of course I'm gonna get my tricks in. Of course.
Yeah.
You all in circus, you know?
Right.
But you know, I would have tunnel vision. I'm a sleeper agent. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, when it's time, when she least expected, I got you. Remember that tape we made? That's going out if you don't start doing right by these people.
We got you.
We got you.
So
I gotta trademark that, bro. I'm putting that on the shirt.
Yo, that
deep cover style.
Dude, that was too funny. So let's check out her statement.
Never held a position on its board, nor am I involved in its daily operations. My connection stems from a sincere dedication to serving my community, particularly those confronting similar challenges. It's important to note that while my likeness is being used for the cause, I am not in an authority or operative position within the organization.
You see how she word playing it? You see how she
the words.
Yep, you see how she word playing it. It's just like when you look at it, she says, "I'm not in an authority operative position." That is correct. You're not. We looked at the registered agent. You know, we looked at the board of trustees. She's not. So like, yes, she can say that, but we all know that, you know, she's on the board.
Again, this is white male activity, bro. Like she can't. They're not gonna let her get away. And Teriyaki made the point of the night. This is the only, bro. She's playing with black dollars. That's the only reason why she can move like this, bro.
Right.
She's moving like the Teflon Don out here.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. She can't be stopped. She's untouchable.
You're right. You're right.
She can be touched. She hasn't pissed off the right person yet.
Right.
If she started getting in them cornfields with them rural white folks, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Mississippi. Yeah.
Try that in a small town, I guess.
Oh man.
Right. Yeah, and so, you know, kind of just looking at that, and man, this is kind of like why you gotta check your character first. This is why this is why you have to get to these types. You know, if you on level 1, you need to build your character. You need to understand how to budget $500 at level 1, because once you start getting up to these other levels, you know, the exposure, you know, the women, or, you know, the power, all of these types of things, you know, comes your way. And if you skip steps, you ain't gonna be ready for it. And we see that a lot of time when people get in power, and you know, they don't know how to handle it because, you know, there was no character building at first. And it shows when you look at Fani Willis. And it, like I said before, like I literally got called the Uncle Tom, bro. I literally got called like all of these types of names on the comments and things like that. And people will literally go to bat for people that they don't even know. It could be because of, you know, sex, you know, hey, I rock with nothing but, you know, females or males. It could be because of race. Hey, I only rock with, you know, black people. I only rock with white people. But I tell you, man, I'm in the position now, kind of like what you were saying earlier, Rob, where I'm not surprised about anything nowadays. Right. And when you sit here and talk about that trust level, especially on somebody that you've never met, you don't have any type of relationship, like, bro, you can't even trust the people that's around you half the time. So, like, what makes you think that I'm going to trust a politician or somebody that's getting indicted or, you know, going through a FBI investigation and things like that? And so we're going to touch Fani Willis a little bit. Terrance Bradley is an attorney that was helping Nathan Wade in his divorce case, and find out that Terrance Bradley was having text messages with the prosecutor on the other side. So that's why I say, bro, like, when you look at trust and when you look at just, you know, dying on the sword for somebody that you don't even know, like, you got to be careful about that. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Let's take a look at this part of his when he was on the stand.
Miss Merchant, like Just Date, don't hire him. Do you think it started before she hired him? You see that?
Buddy said, "Oh, dang. He's caught."
Y'all got these? Y'all got these?
Like, oh, man, you got
these?
Of course they got them, fool. Like, what were you thinking? You're literally texting the prosecutor. You thought that this was just on some like, oh, hey, what you think about this?
Right. And another thing, though, do not spring that on me in my hearing. This can't be my first time hearing that, because I'll flip this. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all got the text message I was texting the prosecutor. Yeah, they right here.
Yeah.
And then they put it up on the green screen. Bro, right. What? How do y'all have these?
Right. Yeah.
This is over. Recess. Call a recess, Judge. Do something.
Exactly. And let's look at the text messages.
Oh man. What you got on right now?
About Fani Willis and Nathan Wade's relationship. Look at this. Ashley Merchant says, like, just date. Don't hire him. Do you think it started before she hired him? Terrance Bradley writes back, absolutely. It started.
Absolutely. This is the prosecutor on the other side, bro. You think that she's just trying to have a conversation with you? And that's why I say,
we got you.
Bro, dudes you gotta be careful, man.
When she left the DA's office and was judge in South Fulton. FYI, folks, this is MK talking. She became a judge in South Fulton in 2019. Okay, back to the text. Ashley thumbs up that answer, and then Terrance Bradley adds, they met at the municipal court CLE conference. Ashley responds, that's what I figured, when he was married.
Got him. And
got you, dog. Like,
and you
listen,
see,
bro.
You see Buddy just offering up information. Like, she ain't even asked the question.
You can't trust nobody with an Android, bro. Like,
Whoa, hold on now. Hold on.
Those green bubbles will get you every time, man. My bad.
Hold
for all
on
my
now.
Android users out there, man.
I may be an Android user. I ain't no sucker though.
Okay. I didn't think there was any Android users left, man. My bad. I just converted over in 2021. But yeah, this dude is crazy, man.
Yeah. So right here.
Bye. both of these guys, Willis and Wade, from the case against the former president of the United States. Ashley Merchant texts Terrance Bradley. Look at this. For those of you listening, go to youtube.com/Megyn Kelly. You can see it all. She texts Terrance Bradley. Is this accurate? She's getting ready to file the motion, and she's clearly offering him a line from it. Is this accurate? Upon information and belief, Willis and Wade met while both were serving as magistrate judges and began a romantic relationship at that time. Terrance responds, no, municipal court. Municipal court. His correction was they were municipal court judges, not magistrate judges, which is a different thing entirely. He's correcting only the role they had while on the bench, not the rest of this, where she talks about Willis
and that's what I say. It's just like I said, when Fani got on the stand, you know, for her hearing, she was doing all that, waving the papers, all that theatrical. I'm like, come on, man, you so arrogant. You know you're wrong,
and your defense attorney has given you up already.
That's wild. So the thing about it is, the prosecutor asking those questions already knowing the answer.
And if she is, the only move she's got now, and this is me thinking ahead, is to sue him for breach of confidentiality. You know what I mean?
Right, but see, that the thing about it is that wasn't her attorney. Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. He just had privilege to the knowledge because he was close to Wade, Nathan Wade. Like he had the information from him. So like
so he's just chatty patty the whole time.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. But we listen, man. We all know. Let's get real quick. Let's get real. We all know how cats get when they trying to smash, when they trying to get close to a chick. They start being a sucker. Start saying anything start saying anything to smear your name. We all know how that goes.
And she licked it.
Yeah. Offering up information about old dude just to get close to her.
And she ain't even thinking. She's still doing her job.
She doing her job. She don't care nothing about you, buddy.
Bruh, she not finna. What I look like sleeping with a snitch. Get out of here, dude.
What I look like sleeping with Mr. Brown.
Yeah. God, please. That's crazy.
That boy look like Mr. Brown, man.
Man, she letting the milk blow up her whole case right now, man.
Yeah.
Man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. What we doing? What we doing,
this
bro?
This is exactly what she deserves, man. Like, stop. I'm glad it took like a rat bastard like himself to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like just in it for himself. But it's just like, hey, this rat got to rat out another rat, and let's bring it all down, man. Like,
yeah,
let's bring it all down.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is she had just won a achievement award or something like that, and you know, of course, you know they're gonna run right to the black church, and she over there talking about no weapon formed against me will prosper.
Right.
You created this weapon.
Did she bring those Sleepy Joe chicken nuggets and all that other crap too? Or she just came empty-handed?
No weapon formed against me. You created the weapon, like you were just about to say, bro.
Exactly. You created the weapon. No weapon was formed. You pulled the dagger out your back pocket, baby girl. Like no weapon
was formed.
Where's this magical weapon coming from?
No weapon was formed.
I'm being for real, dog. No weapon was formed. Where's this weapon? There's no op.
No weapon was
Man,
formed. Stop
man,
saying
I'm
that
having
line.
like blind spots in this whole story. This is still the same chick that's going at Young Thug, right?
So going at the YSL case, and she has the Trump case.
Oh my
Just
God.
free everybody, man. Just drop
Exactly.
all her stuff, man.
Oh, oh
Exactly.
man.
And that's
They
what
gotta throw all her stuff out.
listen, that's what the prosecutor said. Like, how could you be so dumb to hire Nathan Wade when you know, bro?
He knows.
Listen, you are prosecuting Trump. You think that him and his team, you think that he didn't say like, hey, y'all better find something to stick. I'm gonna make it stick. So of course, bro, their money is long. So of course they're going to go to the end of the earth to find some dirt on you.
You gotta be clean when you coming at the president of the free world.
You got it. And we talking about big boy Trump. Come on, man.
You gotta play a perfect game, man.
Exactly. You have to play a perfect game, and she's over there throwing interceptions in the first quarter. Baby girl, you threw 4 picks by halftime.
She has to. This RICO against YSL has to get thrown out. This stuff with Trump has to get thrown out.
Basically, every case that she's ever been a part of, because now they're gonna say that like, well, she has. There's a conflict of interest somewhere along the the investigation portion of the case. Like,
yeah, right.
Let them free, man.
Like,
because we can't trust you, man.
Right,
I don't trust you.
And the thing about it is, what they're saying is just like, okay, yeah, she was in a relationship with this dude, hired him, built him all of these hours to get him paid more. Then they went on all of these trips together, and she said that she was paying him back cash. Exactly.
What?
Both
are wrong.
Who just got thousands of dollars of cash? Just, you mean to tell me that, okay, yeah, I paid for the trip and you're gonna pay me back in cash? Okay, I got it. So where's the ATM slip for this? Where's the transaction for that? Oh no, I already had the cash in the house.
Where? Under your bed?
What is it? 1960?
Come on, man.
Exactly.
That's digging a deeper hole, man. Because now we talking about like wire fraud, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This lady is different, bro. She different.
But yeah,
I respect it though, man, because she got her boyfriend paid, man, and had him traveling the world. But this only goes on for so long. What, she took office and they started kicking it in 2019?
Yeah, like 18, 19.
Okay, so that goes back to 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The 5-year rule that I was talking about the dope boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You only get about 5 good years to be on top of the world with them spinning rims and the freshest clothes and the baddest women and the nicest cars. Like, and then they like, all right, cool. You have fun? Because we about to bang you now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
drop.
Yeah, let's talk about our last little topic, and then we can do like rapid fire of like just maybe stuff that y'all seen or anything like that. But I wanted to kind of talk about the a little bit of not just the dating world, but the mindset that we have nowadays, and mainly in how it kind of goes back to like how aunties are teaching, the youngins.
Melissa Ford drive a Honda Accord.
For real, man.
Let's here we go.
got him there to come through too. She said, "God damn."
All I'm saying is,
man, look, just show up.
just show up. Just show up. But it takes the right person
to show up.
I need somebody who's on what I'm on. Like it's just certain, for me, it's like a mindset.
Right.
I'm so attracted to people that I can learn something from. I don't like closed-minded individuals. Yeah. So when there's somebody, like there was somebody recently who tried to take me on a date and he's like, yo, I only take women on coffee dates. It's an immediate no, lose my number for me.
Immediate no.
Immediately.
But she said that she don't like closed-minded people.
Right. And she said that she wants somebody that she can learn from. Let me teach you something.
So if I'm going to take you out on a date and you want to learn something, I would think I could probably teach you a little something on a coffee date, huh? So I want to, before we get too deep in it, I want to get this part in there too. Because this is about the old heads teaching the youngins the game.
Right.
You said coffee is never a date. It's a paid meet and greet. No, I keep telling you guys, I'm not meeting anyone if whatever they're purchasing for me at the place costs less than one application of my moisturizer or my lipstick, darling. No. That's kind of rude. So
she said it's kind of rude for me to
That's
say.
why she's in an empty house.
What do you think the age of the first girl was?
35? 25?
What you think her age
first
was,
girl.
Teriyaki, the first girl?
I don't know, maybe 20s, probably in their 20s. I mean, I've heard women in their 40s talking like that too, so it's kind of hard to tell nowadays. But I kind of pick up on maybe like the mannerisms and things like that. Maybe she's probably in her 20s, maybe.
Okay, let's. I want to run it back one more time.
Slanging wood, she's trying to get a partner, man.
I mean, but that too, you know what I mean?
You got to be able to come through. You got to be able to come through too. She said, "God damn."
All I'm saying is,
look, just show up.
Just show up. Just show up. But it takes the right person
to show up.
I need somebody who's on what I'm on. Like I don't. It's just certain, for me, it's like a mindset.
Right.
I'm so attracted to people that I can learn something from. I don't like closed-minded individuals. Yeah. So when there's somebody, like there was somebody recently who tried to take me on a date and he's like, yo, I only take women on coffee dates. It's an immediate no, lose my number for me.
Bro, she is 45 years old.
Yep.
Jeez.
Sounds about right. She doesn't have long left to be asking to be going on no dates.
45, bro. Go ahead.
She doesn't have long left to be going on to be talking about what she demands or what. And here's the thing. When you deduce, as a woman, when you deduce a date down to just what I'm going to spend on you, we should just skip this date. I should give you set amount and then let's make it a transaction, okay?
Right.
Because you know what I want. You know what I want. Like Marshall said, you know why I'm here.
Right.
You know why I'm here. So if I'm going to spend 100 or 150 on the date or 200 on the date, here, I got a better idea. Let me go to the ATM, right? And I give you this 200 and then we do what adults do and then you leave from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've got your $200. I've got what I need. You know what I mean? And I was going to spend that on the date anyway. We just cut to the chase. See, that's what you reduce it down to when you put a number on a date because you're not here for the date. You're here because you want to be treated. So go treat yourself.
Yeah, you want that free meal.
You want that free, and go treat yourself. But you are not taking into account of what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of said date that I paid for, you reserve the right to say, hey, listen, no, I don't want to get down. I don't want to get busy with you. Right. Cool. You know what I'm saying? You reduce yourself to a transactional woman when you say, I'm not. They had that, I think it was late last year of 50 places women wouldn't go. And I'm looking at this list and I'm like, this is my bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that this does not apply to me, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm glad that this doesn't apply to me, because if I can't take you on a coffee date, then you're automatically not my type. If I can't take you to Olive Garden, or now, you know what? An expensive date from now on is going to be Wendy's. If we're trying to get dinner,
right?
Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't take you to some place and I'm generous enough to pay for you, right?
Right.
You're not my type, and I'm not gonna be bothered with, like, oh, I wish my girl would say we ain't going to Olive Garden. What? All right, cool. Don't worry about it.
So right off the bat, if a chick is saying that a first date, especially, that, hey, let's just however y'all meet, whether it's online or this is your first time hanging out together, whether it was in a group setting or something like that, to where it's just like, hey, we done hung out a couple times in a group, but actually let's do something together, one-on-one. And I say, I want to do a coffee date, something, I guess in a way, so the thing about it is they like to call these coffee dates, or these dates that don't cost a lot, low effort.
Right.
And to me, I feel like a coffee date would be more of an effort, because that's more of a, okay, I really want to get to know this person. Because let's be honest, if your first date is to the movies, all you really did was hung out with her. You didn't really get any information on her, or you didn't give out any information. But if you go to a coffee date, you got to actually talk.
Right. First off, you know what coffee she likes now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what this is leading me to believe is that more and more women nowadays, and again, when I speak about women, I'm not ever speaking, when I'm speaking about women and men, I'm never speaking about all. A majority of women nowadays want you to buy the car before kicking the tires on it.
Right.
Can I take you to coffee first? I mean, damn, like, I ain't saying you can't get a $300 date out of me. No, I ain't saying that.
Right. Yeah.
But let me get this 30 piece out the way first. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day. So let's meet for coffee midday. Let's see what it's hitting on. Hey, listen, that was great. I'll talk to you later. And if she's just on my mind like that,
right?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna drop you to the house and be ready by 8, and we're gonna go and do something tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I don't know, man.
I think a lot of times
seems foolish.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, how do you even understand, the other person, without, because a lot of times, you can see most people, they will dinner each other to death, where all we do is go out to eat. But I mean, yeah, you may have a little bit of conversation before the meal starts, and once you eat, you're not really talking that much because you're eating. You're not trying to eat with you're not trying to talk with food in your mouth and things like that. The girl over there trying to be cute, and after the meal is done, you're basically kind of looking at each other where it's just like, oh, okay, well, I guess we can roll now without any type of conversation. I think a lot of times, that could be honestly a little bit of, they don't want to expose themselves.
As far as what?
As far as not being able to hold a conversation, exposing themselves.
Okay, so being shallow.
Yeah, exposing themselves in the sense of not being able to hold a conversation, understanding that, like, damn, like, what do I bring to the table? And then I'm not talking about it on a, finance level or things like that, because let's be real, a guy that got it together and he's trying to see that if you're going to be the one, he wants to make sure that, one, you are respectable. We can have a conversation. That means you're listening to what I'm saying. And so forth. Like, that comes with conversation, not going out on dates. You know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts, Teriyaki? I think he probably not there. I don't think he's there. Yeah, yeah, man, I just really think that, like, realistically, like, females need to really wake up, bro, because like we was looking at this chick right here thinking that she was in her 20s or mid 30s.
Hello?
This chick right here is 45 years old. You there, Teriyaki?
Yeah, man, I'm having like
Nah, you good.
headphone issues. But
You good.
But yeah, man, like I was listening to this girl, and all I could think of is just, man, this sounds like a contract that a prostitute would say. Like this is just like some transactional type situation, And my problem, every time I hear, women talk like this, and this ain't all women, every time I hear the particular type of women talk like this, I'm not more focused on the women. I'm looking at the dudes that's in her orbit that's agreeing to those terms, which would cause her to be that confident to say that.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm more of like shaming, men for saying, for doing those things, or, hey, I want to go on a vacation. I heard a girl say that she want to go on a 3-4 day vacation somewhere, and that's her date.
As a first date. Yeah.
As a first date. I'm like, what do you plan on how do you plan on, understanding that person? How do you plan to get to know that person on the first date? And it's like,
because me myself, not to cut you off, but me myself, if I take you out of town first time meeting you, I promise you I'm in them guts. That's just what's going to happen if we're out of town.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, for real.
But a lot of times that's probably what they're looking for too.
Right. We're adults. So let's just make it transactional. Hey, I got 5, you got 5. Let's meet in wherever and get it in. But you said, Terry, it's a transaction.
Mm-hmm.
But Lenny, get this: the dudes that's banging her down or whatever, they ain't doing none of that stuff.
Nah.
They ain't doing none of that. So I'm like, those types of messages ain't meant for the dudes that she wants, because the dudes that she wants has all kinds of women coming at her. Those are
she's taking the men that she wants out to dinner.
She has little to no interest in the men that's willing to spend, $1,000 or $300 on a dinner and don't even know her last name. Like, she don't have interest in that.
Right.
She wants the experience. She doesn't want the guy.
Yeah, you're right. The experience.
For a
You know?
woman that's almost 50 talking like that,
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And we people should be more vocal about shaming women that talk like that. But see, if you shame them, then it's like, oh well, you're bashing women. And I'm like, no, how dare this woman talk about the method in which our community used to find mates to build families. Like this is a critical component to how we develop our communities. And yet you are trying to use this as a come up for a weekend vacation in Cabo. You know?
Right.
I'm not dealing with that.
And I can only acquire you on your terms.
Yeah.
Like
for real.
She's setting the terms. We cannot go to any place that's on this list, right? Because then that will be a low effort date, and we damn sure can't go get coffee. So I'm gonna set the guidelines. She's setting the guidelines of what she already won't do. And that is how you end up 45 on a podcast with two dope boys that are probably gonna bust her down after the show for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know where this unicorn man has been created and like you said, Terry, it's the simps that ruin it. It's the Steve Harveys of the world that will do that type of stuff, and then it leaves us like, oh man, well, I'm not doing that. Choose him every time.
Right.
You know?
I mean, you're right with the shaming the man part of it. Like we as men gotta hold each other accountable. Like, yeah, if a first date, couple dates, honestly, like you want to just say like, hey, if in your head you're thinking like the first 3 is gonna be quote unquote low effort type of coffee dates. Hey, let's go get a sandwich real quick. Nothing too crazy, because honestly, why should I be investing all of this money into you when this may be a 2-week thing? Like, why would I ever lead with money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm willing to spend that money if I can get what I want. Let's just fast track it.
Right.
Like what Teriyaki said. Let's just make this transaction what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, but they don't want to be called what that transaction is.
They don't want to be called what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah,
so So if a man doesn't spend $200 to $300 on you, then he won't even have a chance at the end of the night to get fresh with you. Like, that's crazy.
That's wild.
I don't even have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say stuff like this doesn't apply to me, because that's not even I can't even see stuff like that, bro. Like, that stuff doesn't even get to me all the way, because it's like, I'm so far removed from stuff like that. Like, that would never even, especially someone 10 years my senior talking like that. What?
Right.
It's just crazy, man. No coffee dates. Wow.
Yeah, no coffee dates. And honestly, what they're saying is no low effort days.
Right.
Like, that's basically saying, like, if you're not taking me to an amusement park, something more, and honestly, it's not even about, amusement parks, axe throwing or something in that type of nature. I think it's all about the money.
Right.
Like if you're not, if she can't see that you're physically spending 200 plus, it's like, I was reading in one of the comments where, the lady in the comment was basically saying like, yeah, I took your advice, and the guy offered a coffee date, and she was just like, she redirected it to the fact of, oh no, I'm busy during that time, but how about let's meet up at this time, but at this restaurant. And of course, the restaurant was an expensive one. It's like that's the type of advice that they're getting. And that's the game that they want to play.
Did the dude decline?
So that was just a comment. We don't know. But let's
because
be
that
honest.
guy declined. Yeah, that guy declined.
I would hope so.
She didn't have a date that night.
Yeah, but like you're saying, like I think we have to focus more on the men. You know, because that's where the change is going to happen when, you know, when multiple men are offering coffee dates because we need to see if this is an investment that, you know, we need to go forth with, and
not just monetarily, time. It's worth investing my time.
100%. 100%. Like, my time is valuable too.
Yeah.
I can always get the money back.
Right. I'd rather spend the money than the time.
Exactly. So yeah, man, the aunties are really doing the youngins a disservice, man. And it just seemed like over and over. Like last week we covered Melissa Ford. How old was she?
42.
42. This girl is 5.
They
now,
went to school
mind you, she got her, you know, business together. She's a podcaster and things like that. But that don't matter when you have that type of mindset, though. Because at the end of the day, you're looking for someone to provide for you. You're looking for a man.
Right.
Yeah. But
yeah, man. Hey, I think
and
this is just killing them, man.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Teriyaki.
Yeah, I was saying, man, like this is like slowly killing them, man. Like they don't even want to. They refuse to recognize this, man. And I usually don't, you know, take this type of advice for everything, but sometimes you have to look at the situation and say that, like, hey, this person that's giving me this advice, do they have this outcome? You know, like these women that's out here asking or demanding these things, you would think that all these women are happily married. They got the dude that they, you know, desire or whatever, or just willing to pay. You know, they don't have any of that.
Right.
You know?
No, you're right, man. You're right.
It's embarrassing, dude.
It's the blind lead the blind.
No, and that's honestly what it is. It's just like the fat guy in the gym trying to tell you how to slim up or get a big chest. Bro, you're fat. How do you
need to lift with your legs? That's your problem.
Yeah, how do you know how to cut? Don't tell me you've been bulking.
Man, and all it would, you know what? It's just gonna take, bro. Like you said, the men can't change the women. Men got to change the men. The women got to change the women. So when they get that advice, they got to give pushback and say, "Is that what happened with you and your husband?" Oh, well, I'm not married because I'm waiting. Okay, well, hey, shut your. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
For real. They need to shut that down in a heartbeat. Like, soon as they say all of this, a man need to do yada, yada, yada. It's like, okay, where's your husband, by the way? Oh, he doesn't exist? All right, shut the hell up.
Yeah, exactly.
Just that simple.
Exactly. But, you know, man, like, a lot of times I think that, like, they're not even wanting a dude to marry them. And then because we all know, like, they wanna live their 20s, and then when them 30s and 40s come and they become that cat woman, and they're like, dang, I listened to Auntie, I was out here wilding in my 20s. Now I actually want to get married and have a family and have kids and all of these types of things. But how can I take you seriously? 50. Yeah, how can I take you seriously at 45 and especially if that's your mindset? Like, you haven't even grown
And you
out
still
of
got the same mindset.
Exactly. Yeah. You haven't even elevated your mind yet.
Bet you she's a single mother.
Yeah, most likely she is. I'm pretty sure if we pulled up her bio, I'm pretty sure she has a kid or kids.
I just don't. I'm just thankful that I don't subscribe to that simp lifestyle, man, because that's the quickest way with me to eliminate yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to never hear from me again, suggest something expensive before I've gotten to know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That will never. It will never reach me, and I never will lose sleep about it. I would never, because how dare you? Because if I asked you off the rip something sexual, you would be upset. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how dare you? You don't even know my name. Ma'am, you just asked me to take you to freaking, you know what I mean, Universal Studios or Disney World or something like that. Right. What are you talking about? You know?
Yeah. No,
so
you're right.
I'm glad that stuff, there's a filter with me. I can't even hear it. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful because, you know, like, that's not all women. You know what I mean? But that's a good majority of a new age women. And it sucks because she was born in the 70s.
That's wild to think about that.
Yeah.
That's wild to say.
She's a 70s baby.
That's wild.
So even the ones who are supposed to be nurturers, providers, and like, oh man, they don't make women like they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not necessary. That's not necessarily a good thing either, you know?
Right. No, you're right. You're right. But yeah, I can close it out there unless y'all have you know, something that y'all want to throw out there real quick. But yeah, I can close it right there.
I don't think I have anything.
Man. I just think I just think that, like, yeah, what you were saying, Rob, like, I totally agree, man. Like, they definitely need to change their mentality if you know, they want to see the finish line, because that type of thinking is not going to get them anywhere.
Yeah.
It's point blank.
Well, you got guys like Steve Harvey perpetuate, but like,
yeah, no,
yeah,
you're right.
But it's like, I'm like, yo, they don't even do an analysis on that. I'm like, Steve Harvey is a millionaire that's been married like 4 times. Like,
and now he's got a daughter I'm not dating, getting passed around.
Yeah, her yeah, man. Like, that whole mindset, man. That's just destroying people, man. That's just destroying. And
right.
And I think, again, the focus should be more on, you know, the guys, so they don't do these types of things. They make better choices than women, you know, because, like, even with, you know, guys out here, you know, they're dating around, they're sleeping with a whole bunch of women. I'm like, I'm in that mindset, and like, hey, that ain't gonna end well either, you know. Right. But
yeah,
again, hey, the focus should be on, like, men bettering themselves, making better decisions, understanding how to respond to nonsense like that. Because, man, ain't nobody got time for that, man.
No,
right.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Most definitely. But yeah, we're ended there. We got FSU Friday. Appreciate y'all for stopping through for a good convo.
No pressure. Look, I got them bless you. Come on. Wonder why I'm feeling extra. Say what it do, what the business is. Folk running over what the devil sin. Shoes, pants, chest, shoulders. Get up, off me, don't get closer. It ain't over, tell it's over. Game breaker, big joker. It's a whole lot of flexing going on. Feel like I could walk on water, lemon pepper stepper zone. We was really down bad, told my mama not for long. Held and thought they got another one, we know they got it wrong. And another thing, hold up now we don't wrestle with flesh and blood. I was out here wildin', ain't the same way that I was.